Well, I had given you a ghost story for Halloween. I thought it was only natural that I give you a ghost story for Thanksgiving. This happened about 1973. I was 20 years old and I moved to Austin to attend University of Texas and try to sell some real estate. My mother was working there at the time, uh, being a bookkeeper for some friends. She had rented a duplex in North Austin, and as I moved in, my mother warned me. Now the house was haunted, and I said, "Well, how do you know it's haunted?" Well, I see the man, and the real estate agent told me that the previous occupant, or that actually, well, the owner of the duplex, had died in the duplex when a car coming down the hill on the east side of the house had crashed, lost control, crashed through the fence, and run into the house, into the bedroom the man used for an office, and literally ran him over as he sat at his desk and killed him. And so, okay, that's too bad, but I'm not worried about ghosts, but where do you see this guy? I asked, and she said, well, he crosses from the master bedroom over into the office bedroom, or bedroom he used for an office, and he keeps going back and forth, and uh, but he's very active. And I said, okay, well, I'm not too concerned about that. And so I move in, and I did have some things moved, and I kind of accounted to mother meddling in things or something like that. I never saw anybody, any shadow figures or any manifestations, and had lived there well from late August, and now it was getting to be Thanksgiving, and had some friends there that were going to come over for Thanksgiving meal, and the dining room was on a raised platform in the house, and if you were seated on I guess it would be the west end of the table, and looking north, you could see down the full length of the hall. And mother purposely, there were two guys that were a couple, and both of them were highly skeptical about ghosts. And mother, of course, had spoken to all her friends about the ghosts in the house and all like this. So she put Ray where he could sit and look down and see the hall and see down the hall all the way, because she figured he would see the ghost going back and forth between the two rooms. Okay. Well, and mother, well, actually, she was seated at the head of the table, on that west side, so she could get up and go to the kitchen and go back and forth more easily. And we were just really starting the dinner, had said grace, and passed around the food, and we're still in process of passing around the food when Ray looks, who's in the back end of the house? Who's in the bedrooms? And Mother said, nobody. Looking around the table, we're all here. And so I just saw somebody walk down at the end of the hall. She said, my mother said, that's the ghost I've been telling you about. He crosses from the bedroom over to his office and back and forth. And Ray was like, I don't believe it. And he gets up and he walks down the hall and he looks through the house. He looks in every closet, checks every door, and is convinced that nobody's there. Sits back down and almost immediately sees the guy again. Well, Gene, Ray's partner, he couldn't see down the hall like Ray could sitting where he was, so he moved over into Ray's seat, and Ray came back and sat in Gene's seat. Now, wasn't 2 minutes, and Ray said, there's a guy down the hall. I see him. You can't tell me nobody's here. And he gets up and he goes down the hall and he examines everything. And so, not finding anyone, of course. So the dinner proceeds with basically everybody, including myself, taking turns sitting in that seat that allowed you to see down the hall all the way. And every one of us sees a guy in slacks and a shirt, shoes, I mean, it's full body apparition, crossing from what was the master bedroom in across the hall into the office and then back. And this occurred, I don't know how many times, there were 10 of us at the meal, so, more than 10 times, obviously, but that's it. I mean, nobody made contact with the spirit. Nobody tried, but living there for a few more months till the end of the semester, I got used to the fact that some things, and particularly my shaving equipment and all like this in the bathroom, were going to get moved. Doors would open and close, and whoever this guy was, whatever his name was, we lived comfortably with each other. He was obviously going back and forth trying to work or whatever, but I don't think it was one of the hauntings that is kind of like a recording that keeps playing, because he did seem to interact with Mother about not moving things or in certain things and of hers. And finally I asked him not to mess with my razor anymore and moving it, and he didn't. So I think there was some intelligence there. But that's the Thanksgiving that we shared our Thanksgiving meal with a ghost. See you next holiday. I have a good Christmas one for you coming up soon. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.